Welcome to Trade Capital's daily analysis video. Today is currently March the 24th. Jumping into the natural gas chart today, we're looking at the daily chart of natural gas here, currently closing at 180 on the currency.com trading view. The nat gas futures chart looks slightly different, which we'll also discuss. I'm going to use both. I'm going to use this as my leading natural gas chart. That's just the one I cleanly track and prefer. Overall, you're looking at nat gas sitting at 180, still currently below that extremely important daily and weekly and monthly gap fill back in 2020. So I've been remaining a little bit cautious since we've been trading below this range because we're still in a technical downtrend and there's always risk of nat gas going lower if we keep failing to set higher highs. At this point, we really haven't set a higher high in this short-term trend. So right now we're creating a little bit of a bearish wedge. It is looking likely that it wants to break down here. A couple things I'm looking at, if you turn on the 7-day moving average and the 31-day moving average, so you have one in yellow, one in pink. The one in pink is the 31-day moving average, the monthly moving average. And then you look at the 7, you got that bullish crossover basically on Thursday, but notice how you had that bullish crossover here at the beginning of March, and then it started getting sold into on this 1 and 2 down candles, and then obviously it went lower. So we got that crossover, and now we're also seeing Friday closed negative. You got sold into to push you back below both key short-term moving averages. So I don't like that little bit of a technical signal at the moment, which making me short-term cautious. Again, if we get above 186, I think we can look for more of the longer dated call positions, some of the resource equities to move higher, even just buying up common stock. But overall, 226, I still have a target as long as we get above 186. If we keep floundering in this range, you can see that we're approaching the apex of this wedge pattern. We're going to make a move one way or another. This apex really ends roughly around April 3rd, Wednesday, April 3rd. So by that point, we're probably going to really be looking for either a break out of this range or a breakdown. So I mean, it could happen before that, but just recognize we are approaching that near-term technical point where the markets will make a decision to either move up or down. If we look at the NG1 chart, so nat gas futures chart, this one's actually looking quite bearish. This one you can see is almost triggering its head and shoulders. If you go intraday on the 4-hour chart, you can actually see that nat gas futures chart has triggered a little bit of a head and shoulders here on the 4-hour chart as being seen by breaching this little neckline. So now you look for what consolidation, and can you get back above that to negate it, or do you put in bearish consolidation to move lower? If you move lower, you have this longer term. You actually have to go almost to the monthly chart, but we're going to use, we'll go to the monthly chart. You can see going all the way back to 1992 on the chart. Nat gas is now testing a trend line that connects from 1992 to 2020 COVID crash, and you're coming up into that zone around the 150 area, which does kind of align with some of the key downside targets on the other technical charts. So definitely watching some of these plays in nat gas. I do think we're close to a bottoming formation, but in a bottoming formation, there's always a chance you can fall another 10 to 20% before putting in that distinctive low. Even if you look at some of the resource stocks, they've actually shown signs of bottoming already, like AR. Again, trying to break out of this wedge pattern. That's technically trying to have a nice solid breakout, potential weekly bull flag, getting a nice crossover of the short-term weekly moving averages there. So I mean, this is showing some signs of life, even though nat gas is really not making a move. EQT will run through that chart, potentially trying to curl up and form a little bit of a basing formation here, an inverted head and shoulders, to potentially test this neckline for a breakout. Watch that. If we look at LNG, that one's also holding its support at the moment. Short-term breakout was observed, which you confirm. Now you've back tested the trend line here, looking to hold this support and push higher. If you push higher here, this particular chart could be signifying quite a bit of upside. And again, these resource stocks are showing signs of accumulation, which means that we are getting very close to a bottom in natural gas. It's just you got to be a little bit picky with what type of entry you want to get in the short term if you're just looking to swing trade this market. If you're looking to buy it as a long-term investor, really in this range is still a very, very historically smart range to accumulate nat gas in. On that note, thank you all for tuning into this video. Stay tuned for more analysis, and we'll see you for the start of next week. Next week is a shortened trading week in observation of Good Friday. So just keep that in mind. Friday, indices and markets will be closed. Take care, everyone. We'll see you in the charts a bit later.